What's up, what's good? How you guys doing? Welcome again to another segment of Gospel Life News. This is the media edition of the news where we'll bring you guys updates concerning all the happenings in the Afrobeat space and the guys that makes the beat. My name is Taki. You can spell it as Darki, and then you know it's double E. Big one, quick one. Thank you to our fans out there for doing what you guys do. We love you guys so much. You guys have been amazing. We're saying a massive thank you to you guys. In the meantime, you can now stream us live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Please come through. We are waiting for you in that space. Also a reminder that you should always remember to put on your notification button so you'll be the first person to know whenever we make a new video. In coming days, we are coming through with something big that would eat your screen. You don't want to miss that one. But then, once again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. This Christmas promises to be one of the best Christmas ever that we would experience. As the news is, let's see what it looks like. We'll begin the news with no other person than Omah. For a very, very long time, we probably will not have the news. That includes Davido, Burna Boy, and Biscuit. I'm so excited for this one, trust me. Now, we saw Omah featured or was being featured on the Deeds magazine, and we saw where he came out to speak a whole lot about himself. But then on that one, it was an amazing one. Over the weekend, last week, we saw Omah having a concert in Lagos where he actually had a sold out experience, and his friends came out, turned up for him, came out to support him on the shows, and it was an amazing one. Normally, I've been busy all through the year, been in different countries of the world. One of the person who toured the most this year is Omah, and all of those tours has been a success from Denmark to Germany. He has been everywhere, and he's saying to wrap up the year, let us bring it back to the country, and it was a beautiful one to see at the time. The moment he sang the song Holy Ghost, everywhere was already on fire at the time. Moving on, we saw where speaking with this magazine, Omah said, "I come from Port Harcourt. I was raised by both parents. However, my dad died when I was about 13. Of a lot of high life music and also a lot of hip hop music. Then I moved to Lagos. At some point, I became a music producer. I made my first project Land Back in 2019, and it was out in 2020 during COVID. I blew up big time, and here I am today. 3 years after, I'm still going. Coming from Omah, indeed, 2020 was that big break he had after he came through that EP, the Get Laid EP, and trust me, the whole country was on fire with his amazing song he came through at the time. Now, a lot of people want to put that to the fact that we're at home, we're abroad, but regardless, he put out there a very, very amazing project. Moving on, so we have Flight Time Festival as the next department on the news. Their concert began on 21st of yesterday and also spanning through the 25th. Now, they've divided it into sections so that we will not have big clashes. But then for 23rd, we show that Kiss Daniel is going to be having the 23rd day for his Kiss Daniel Avado at 10. And 24th is going to be Davido Live in concert for the Lagos edition, and Ashake is going to be doing 25th for Ashake in concert for Lagos audience. And then we have guys like Ajabo Oslas, Buju Benson, Ashake, Brezzy, Davido, Faith, Nyanya, Burna Boy, Kiss Daniel, Lil Durk, Mayor Kun, Roddy, Ricch, Spyro, and Rod. Obviously, more names to be announced, but at the time, we're sure that Roddy Ricch is in the country and he has done his part for Lil Durk. We have no news that's confirmed whether he's in the country or not. We saw yesterday after Roddy Ricch made his appearance in Lagos, we saw where he visited a lot of friends from Olamide. He went straight to Burna Boy's apartment where he linked up with Ashake, Ramon Jago, Pokoli, and other great guys who were there at the time. And the love was amazing. Burna Boy took him for a ride, showing him what Lagos can look like at the time. And then Roddy came out to say, I might buy apartments in Lagos. In his words, I might buy a house in Lagos. It is unconditional love. Lagosians came through and showed Roddy Ricch an amazing type of love. He saw yesterday, I was like, wow, I could just get myself an apartment. It is nice to see these guys come through and love this place like it was their own. I'm moving on. We saw Roddy Ricch at the Flight Time Festival yesterday, where he came out performing, and obviously love was unmatched. Now, it was our story was in the US because we saw how people came out singing the song word for word. And then you want to ask yourself, we all thought Afrobeat was the reigning thing in the country, but then a lot of folks still want to vibe to Roddy Ricch and the time. We saw how they love the song, singing it word for word as he was singing back. And that is one moment of performance for sure that Roddy Ricch will always live to remember, because the highlight of a performer is when you sing and people sing your song back to you. It just shows your audience span is very, very large. But Roddy Ricch will show that he has fans in Nigeria who love him, and they came out to see what he would do at the time. We also saw Miracle coming out and missed the whole pendant saga and all of that. He came out yesterday to perform some of his hit song off his new project, and people loved what he did. This time, it was noticed that he came out without a pendant. So basically, he has learned from the last one and is being careful on this one. Moving on, we saw Black Bones also coming through with performances dressed up as a proper Igbo man, came out in their red cap attire and everything, and then gave these guys amazing performances. For those who were there for the first day, 21st day of December, it was a no bad song day because everybody came through, they came correct, and they came the right moment at the time. Massive, massive congrats to all Afrobeat artists who graced the stage. At the same time, we saw Charlie Poppy also was there, the Plutomania King, the Plutomania President. He was also there to dish out many performances. As a matter of fact, he ended up not even singing because all he did was the crowd couldn't want him to sing. The moment he opened his mouth, the echoes were amazing. And for Charlie Poppy, you could just tell that he has had an amazing year. He had to put the mic across to them, and they were the one doing the singing. It was as though they were performing for him. And that is one part of love you want to feel as an artist. So for Charlie Poppy, indeed, this year has been a blessing to him. Now we saw Fireboy also coming through gently, giving them obviously nice songs he had dropped this year, and then we saw the ladies drooling the moment he marked that stage at the time. Fireboy has had a singly quiet year, but then as quiet as it can be, it is an accomplished year for it because his numbers prove that this year was one of the best years so far he's had. Just backstage, you saw Sheyi Vibes linking out with Black Bones almost for the first time they've met, and then we saw where they got asking themselves questions if they look alike. And to an extent, if you look properly, you will see a bit of a resemblance between Black Bones and Sheyi Vibes. If you want to say, people have their thoughts of that, saying maybe they are not, maybe they are, okay, they are this because of that, they are this because of this, but whichever reason it is, there is a slight resemblance between Black Bones and Sheyi Vibes at the time. And moving on, we saw Roddy Ricch also hanging out with Tiwa Savage. Yeah, this is the conversation we've always spoken about for Afrobeat. Now, these are two different people from two different worlds who are now seen in the same space, having conversation. Only music can do this, and music and sports. But then music has proven that we can be a game changer, and we can be the bridge between these guys and that guy. And I amazing want to see Tiwa Savage hanging out with with Roddy Ricch. And for him, he has been with a lot of persons from Burna Boy to Lamide to Ashake. Now Tiwa Savage. Would Roddy Ricch go back to his country? Maybe or maybe not. Moving on, we have Portable as the next guy on the news. For yesterday, we saw this attire he wore was making the rounds everywhere on Twitter. People ask questions saying, who is your designer? Who is this? Who is that? He wore these pajamas, these Christmas pajamas, kiddies that kids wear and all of that. And then we saw him wearing it, sitting down comfortably with confidence. And it just shows that it could just be that Portable wants you all to talk. And basically, it got their attention. We saw for Boomplay for the year 2023, Portable has had an amazing year with about 25.6 total millions, 25.6 million plus streams with about 1.7 million listeners. And therefore, his most streamed song is As a Man for the year. And most streamed countries, we have Nigeria, Ghana, and Benin Republic. We saw Youngdu, Portable come out to explain. He said Youngdu came to him and said, oh boy. Now, this is Portable explaining why he slapped Youngdu at the time. And then he said he did that because Youngdu is his boy, and only for Youngdu to come approach him and said, oh boy. And then he felt disrespected by that comment because I am your boss. You should give me a level of respect. And then using oh boy on me is a show of disrespect. And the Portable said he slapped his hands. And to him, that was a form of correction, not because he hates Young Do at the time. Young Do has had an exceptionally great year after he left Portable. So after he left Portable, he actually had to link out with Kitaifa at the time. They brought out the song. The song went viral, did good numbers, and at the time, he's currently managed by Only Cash, and which has brought him good fortunes and more money to his account. Recently, we saw him link now with Burna Boy, where Burna Boy dashed him the sum of 1.5 million naira, which he gave Only Cash 500,000 naira off the money, and it was amazing to see that his life has taken a good turn after that meeting. And moving on, we saw just after Portable went on a sit out today in Lagos, we saw where him and Only Cash were involved in a physical battle, but then it was a single battle because Only Cash did not raise a finger on Portable. Portable was the one blowing him and dishing him insults, slapping him, and all of that. But then, from what we could see from eyewitness point of view, Only Cash never made an attempt to get violence back at Portable, and people take that to be that it could just be Only Cash saying we would meet in court. Portable has been through court this year for a lot of reasons, from the police saga to all of that. Would Portable would afford going back to court again this time? Only time will tell. But then, Only Cash, like I said, Only Cash made no attempt in getting physical back with Portable. We saw Young Do just after Portable was seen beating Only Cash. We saw Young Do coming out again to make a video, a live video, where he said Portable wants to kill him because he has been with Only Cash, and he's saying Portable hates him. Portable doesn't want him to grow. Portable wants him to this and that. He said when it was a Portable, it was difficult to get 10,000 naira at the time, but now he has access to millions, and then the person who is doing that for him, Portable, wants to beat him, wants to kill him, which also means that Portable does not like him, and Portable also wants to kill him. He came out crying online and then laying heavy crosses on Portable, saying he will not make it in life, he's not going to be this, he's not going to be that. Every crosses like the earth will not favor him, and all of those conversations. Would Portable make a response to this? We all know he loves making clapback. Will he do that on this one? Only time will tell. At the same time, for Young Do, we've seen in countless occasions where most of these rants are for clout and publicity. Is this also one of those events or not? Like I always tell you guys, only time will tell. Moving on, we saw Portable and Chaso Kocha preparing for their boxing match, which is set to hold on 26th of December, Boxing Day. We saw them having a pre-conference for the fight, and it has been said that fight is one to raise money for homeless people and all of that. But then the big question remains: will it be a physical or a real fight, or maybe a promotional thing to do on the day? Whatever it is, fingers are being crossed to see what they want to do on that day. Ticket are still selling. In case you want to get that one live on YouTube, tickets are being sold to anyone who wants to access that one. Moving on, we have Zinodisky as the next guy on the news. The guy who came through with the song Sakara at the time. Now, this guy has gone through a lot this year, from and only Burna Boy as my type of Ferrari at the time. And then we saw just after the event, dropped a song, and we discovered we heard the fashion of Mobad, which was the beginning of his downfall for the year. A lot of persons said because of what his role or his boss's role, he also has to be cancelled in the game, and that one has not been on a good one for him because he had to go quiet without dropping the song and all of that. Recently, he gathered all the bowels he could to drop Sakara, and that song really already doing good numbers on the charts and numbers. Just coming in today, we saw Zinodisky is now a father because he just welcomed his first child, and at the time we can't confirm whether it's a male or female, but then we're sure that he just got a child with his baby mama at the time, and we say congratulations to him. And now we can confirm that Zinodisky is a man. And in a bit for all of this, we say congrats, and we hope that this one, the story will not be the same as Mobad. And finally, we saw Fuse Finesse is just coming in. He's now certified platinum in Canada. This song was a sensation when it came through 2021, one of the biggest songs we had at the time. And as we speak, this song is certified platinum in Canada. Massive, massive congrats to Fuse and all the guys who worked on this one. Fuse, Benson, and everybody backstage. It just shows success. Our hard work really pays. My name is Daki. We'll catch you guys on the very next one.